Wander Franco, a name that once echoed with promise and potential, was once seen as one of baseball's brightest young talents. His star was on the ascent, seemingly destined for greatness. Born in the Dominican Republic, a nation renowned for its rich baseball heritage, he began playing baseball at a very young age, honing his skills on the sandlots and dreaming of the big leagues. From the moment he picked up a bat and glove, it was clear he possessed a natural aptitude for the game. Scouts quickly noticed his exceptional skills, his raw talent shining brightly even amongst a sea of other aspiring players. They saw a rare combination of athleticism, instincts, and dedication. And so, at just 16 years old, he signed with the Tampa Bay Rays as a highly touted teenager, embarking on his professional journey. This marked the beginning of what many believed would be a legendary career. Franco moved through the minor leagues quickly, showcasing his abilities at every level and exceeding expectations. He was impressing everyone with his exceptional hitting prowess and remarkable fielding abilities. His coaches and teammates marveled at his maturity and poise beyond his years. By the time he reached Major League Baseball, the anticipation surrounding his arrival was palpable. Franco was widely seen as a future superstar, a generational talent poised to redefine the game. The hype was immense, but he seemed unfazed by the pressure. He quickly became the starting shortstop for the Rays, solidifying his place as a key component of the team. He was praised for his incredibly strong arm, his lightning-quick reflexes, and his uncanny ability to make difficult plays look routine. Fans loved his infectious energy and unwavering confidence on the field, embracing him as one of their own. Many analysts and experts believed he would not only be a star, but one of the very best players of his generation, a potential Hall of Famer. His reputation grew even more, with each game further solidifying his status as a rising icon. This was further cemented when he signed a lucrative long-term contract with the Rays, a testament to their faith in his abilities. This landmark deal was worth millions of dollars, securing his financial future and solidifying his commitment to the team. It showed just how much the team believed in his potential to lead them to championships and sustained success. Franco's future seemed incredibly bright, both on and off the field, with endorsements and opportunities lining up. But everything changed, casting a dark shadow over his promising career. When serious allegations that would shake the foundations of his career, came to light. The story of Wander Franco abruptly shifted from the celebratory baseball headlines, the kind that heralded a new era, to front-page news for very different and deeply troubling reasons, marking a dramatic and unforeseen turn of events. In 2023, a storm of disturbing allegations began to surface, casting a dark shadow over the career of Wander Franco. These accusations, which quickly spread through news outlets and social media, painted a troubling picture and immediately put his future in professional baseball in jeopardy. The heart of the matter lay in his home country, the Dominican Republic, where the alleged incidents were said to have occurred. The legal and social implications were significant, drawing attention from both local and international communities. He was accused of engaging in a relationship with a girl who, at the time, was only 14 years old. This immediately raised serious legal and ethical concerns, given the age of the alleged victim and the power dynamics involved. The case quickly gained widespread attention, becoming a major news story both in the Dominican Republic and internationally. Media outlets were flooded with reports, analyses, and commentary on the unfolding situation. This was largely due to the fact that Franco was a well-known and highly regarded sports figure, a rising star in Major League Baseball. His fame amplified the impact of the allegations, turning the case into a high-profile scandal. Prosecutors meticulously built a case, compiling nearly 600 pages of evidence to support the charges against Franco. This extensive collection of documents aimed to provide a comprehensive account of the alleged events. According to their findings, Franco allegedly maintained a relationship with the girl for a period of 4 months. This timeline became a crucial element in the prosecution's argument, highlighting the duration and nature of the alleged interactions. As a result of the investigation, he was formally charged with sexual abuse of a minor, a serious offense under Dominican law. The charges carried significant potential penalties, reflecting the gravity of the accusations. Further compounding the legal challenges, Franco also faced charges of sexual exploitation, which addressed the alleged abuse of power and trust in the relationship, and Adding another layer of complexity to the case, he was accused of human trafficking, a charge that underscored the severity of the alleged exploitation and control. In light of these serious allegations, Franco was arrested by Dominican authorities, marking a significant turning point in the legal proceedings. Following his arrest, the case officially went to court, setting the stage for a complex and closely watched legal battle. After a thorough review of the presented evidence, the presiding judge ultimately found Franco guilty of sexually abusing the minor, a verdict that carried significant legal and personal consequences. However, in a split decision, he was found not guilty of the charges related to sexual and commercial exploitation, offering a partial reprieve from the most severe accusations. Furthermore, the court acquitted him of the charge of human trafficking, further mitigating the potential penalties he faced. In the final act of the legal proceedings, the court handed Franco a 2-year suspended prison sentence, a decision that balanced the severity of the crime with considerations for rehabilitation. This suspended sentence meant that he would not be immediately incarcerated, offering him a chance to avoid jail time. However, this freedom came with strict conditions, as he was required to adhere to specific rules and guidelines set forth by the judge to remain out of prison. During the sentencing, the judge addressed Franco directly, conveying the court's expectations and the potential consequences of any future misconduct. The judge issued a stern warning, instructing him to maintain a safe distance from minors and to exercise sound judgment in all his future decisions, emphasizing the importance of responsible behavior. The case was even more complicated because it involved the girl's mother. Prosecutors said that Franco had transferred thousands of dollars to the mother. They argued that the mother accepted the money in exchange for allowing the illegal relationship to happen. During the trial, evidence showed that the mother played a key role. She was accused of giving her consent for the relationship in return for money. This is illegal and considered a serious crime in the Dominican Republic, especially when it involves a minor. The judge found the mother guilty as well. Unlike Franco, she received a much harsher punishment. The court sentenced her to a full 10 years in prison for her involvement. The judge said her actions were especially harmful because she did not protect her child. This part of the case showed how the law treats both those who commit abuse and those who help or allow it to happen. A suspended sentence is a special kind of punishment. When someone gets a suspended sentence, they do not go to jail right away. Instead, they are given a chance to stay free, but only if they follow strict rules set by the court. In Wander Franco's case, the judge gave him a 2-year suspended prison sentence. This means he will not go to prison as long as he meets certain conditions. One of the main rules is that he must not approach minors for sexual purposes. The judge warned Franco that breaking any of these rules could send him to jail for the full 2 years. Suspended sentences are often given to people who the court believes can change their behavior. It is both a warning and a second chance. However, it also means that the person must be very careful and follow the court's orders exactly. For Franco, the suspended sentence is a serious warning. If he does not obey the rules, the consequences will be much worse. The legal case surrounding Wander Franco has cast a long shadow, with a huge impact on his baseball career. The gravity of the situation is undeniable, and the repercussions are already being felt across the sport. This isn't just a personal matter. It's a crisis that touches every aspect of his professional life. First and foremost, the Tampa Bay Rays, his team, took immediate action by suspending him. This decision reflects the seriousness with which the organization views the allegations and the need to maintain a certain standard of conduct. As it stands, he is not allowed to play while the case is being thoroughly reviewed by both legal authorities and the Baseball League. This period of uncertainty leaves his future hanging in the balance, with no clear timeline for resolution. This suspension means he cannot join his teammates in the clubhouse, participate in team practices, or most importantly, step onto the field for games. He's essentially cut off from the very essence of his profession. Beyond the immediate suspension, another significant problem looms: Franco's ability to obtain or renew a visa to work in the United States. This is a critical issue, as his career is dependent on being able to legally reside and work in the country. Because he was convicted of a sex crime against a minor, even if the conviction occurs outside the U.S., it raises serious red flags for immigration officials. Consequently, it will be very difficult, if not entirely impossible, for him to successfully navigate the complex visa application process and be granted permission to enter and work in the United States. The legal ramifications of his actions have created a formidable barrier. Without this crucial visa, he cannot return to play baseball in the United States, effectively sidelining him from the Premier League and limiting his professional opportunities. This is particularly significant considering that Major League Baseball, the pinnacle of professional baseball, is based in the United States, with teams and stadiums spread across the country. In addition to the legal proceedings, Major League Baseball has also initiated its own internal investigation into the matter. This independent inquiry underscores the league's commitment to upholding its standards and addressing any potential violations of its policies. The league maintains a comprehensive set of rules and regulations regarding player conduct, both on and off the field, to ensure the integrity of the game and protect its reputation. These rules are especially stringent when it comes to crimes involving children or any form of sexual abuse, reflecting the league's zero-tolerance stance on such matters. Given the severity of the allegations and the ongoing investigations, Franco is likely to face a substantial suspension from Major League Baseball, potentially keeping him off the field for an extended period. Depending on the findings of the investigations and the legal outcomes, he could even face the possibility of a permanent ban from Major League Baseball, effectively ending his career in the sport. His lucrative contract with the Tampa Bay Rays, once viewed as a testament to his talent and a promise of a brilliant future, is now hanging precariously in the balance, subject to review and potential termination. The team, along with the league officials, now face the difficult task of carefully evaluating all the available information and making a decision about how to proceed, a decision that will undoubtedly have far-reaching consequences for all involved. Major League Baseball has a clear policy about domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse. This policy is called the Joint Domestic Violence, Sexual Assault, and Child Abuse Policy. It applies to all players, coaches, and staff in the league. The policy says that MLB can investigate any claims, even if the courts have already made a decision. MLB can also punish players who break these rules, even if they are not convicted in court. Punishments can include suspensions, fines, or even permanent bans from the league. MLB's main goal is to protect victims and to make sure baseball is safe for everyone. The league works with experts to review cases and decide on fair punishments. They also offer support to victims and their families. This policy shows that MLB takes these issues very seriously. It is meant to protect players, fans, and the reputation of the game. Wander Franco's future in baseball is very uncertain. Because of his conviction, he faces many obstacles. The most immediate problem is his visa status. Without a United States work visa, he cannot play in Major League Baseball. Even if he could return, MLB's investigation could result in a long suspension or a lifetime ban. The league has already suspended other players for similar cases. Teams are also unlikely to sign a player with such a serious conviction. Franco's contract with the Rays may be canceled, and he could lose millions of dollars. His reputation as a star athlete is badly damaged. Many fans who once cheered for him are now unsure what to think. For now, Franco remains in the Dominican Republic, unable to play or travel. His career, once so promising, is now in doubt. Wander Franco was once a rising star in Major League Baseball. He became famous for his talent and energy on the field. But his career changed suddenly when he was accused of sexually abusing a minor in the Dominican Republic. A court found Franco guilty and gave him a 2-year suspended prison sentence. The court also found the victim's mother guilty for allowing the relationship in exchange for money, sentencing her to 10 years in prison. Franco must follow strict rules or risk going to jail. Because of his conviction, Franco faces serious problems with his baseball career. He is suspended, cannot get a United States visa, and is under investigation by MLB. The league's strict policy on sexual abuse means he may never play again. The Wander Franco scandal is a reminder that athletes are not above the law. It also shows how important it is for sports leagues to have strong policies to protect young people and hold players accountable. MLB's actions in this case will be watched closely by fans and other sports organizations. For Franco, the next steps are uncertain. He must follow the court's rules to avoid prison. He will have to wait for MLB's final decision about his future in baseball. It is possible he may never play in the United States again. This case has also affected those around him, including his team, his fans, and the victim's family. It has started important conversations about safety, responsibility, and justice in sports. In the end, the Wander Franco story is a cautionary tale. It shows how quickly a promising career can fall apart, and why rules and respect for others matter so much, both in sports and in life.